Today, I'm gonna show you how to make that fun box right there. It cost me $0. Might cost you a couple of bucks. I was very resourceful with getting my materials, but I'll let you know more about that later. Now let me show you how to build this thing. Okay, so we have some 2x4s here. These are 4 6-foot 2x4s. Super cheap. You can get them for like $2.50, Home Depot, whatever. There's a few scrap pieces that I had lying around. That's gonna help with the framework. And then this here piece of metal, I actually got this from my next door neighbor's trash can. He was throwing it away and I saw it and I thought, that will be perfect. Also, this here, this is a piece of marine gray plywood. You could use any type of plywood for this. This piece I also got for free, so this is what I'm using. It's also about 6 foot. It had a piece on the end, which I cut off to make it 6 foot. But basically, this is everything you need to make yourself a grind box. The reason why I'm making this grind box is there are companies out there who you can buy these from, and they're charging anywhere from $200 to $300 and up. So that's a lot of money to spend on something that you can make for really, really cheap. So I'm gonna show you guys how to make it for only a few bucks and have yourself a sweet little grind ledge. I have my 2x4s, but these 2x4s are actually 6-footers, and the piece of angle iron I got is just over 5 feet, so 61 inches. So I'm gonna cut down these 2x4s to 61 inches so they're the same length as my angle iron, which will be used to grind on. And then I'm gonna also cut down the deck to 61 inches so everything is all symmetrical and the same size. Now my main pieces are the same length as my angle iron, and I've also cut these pieces, which I will screw onto here. So the total length from the bottom to the top of where the actual top piece will be is 12 inches. I think 12 inches is a good height for a grind box, for a fun box. You don't want it too short, but not too high if you can't ollie that high. So I think 12 inches is a great height here to be jumping up onto. So let's start putting the frame together. I like to pre-drill my screw holes before I go putting my screws in. I'm going to be using these hex head 2-inch. The reason why I use these hex heads is they just suck in a lot better than regular Phillips screws, and it definitely makes everything a little easier when you're trying to get it nice and tight and together. So I got my 2 ends screwed up. Now I gotta screw my other piece to complete the frame, and then I'm gonna go ahead, screw this in, and then I'm gonna make another one exactly the same with these 2 pieces. Now you should have 2 frames that look like this. Got 3 support pieces, the bottom and the top I'll put all the dimensions of everything here that I'm making in the description so you guys can make it for yourself. But now it's time to put the top on the frame. Now you should have something that looks like this. So basically I've sat the top piece on there just to make sure everything is the right size, everything's gonna fit. And then the next thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna screw this top piece down, and then I'm actually gonna put some support pieces down here, just maybe 3 or 4 support pieces to stop it twisting at the bottom, and that'll make sure it's nice and strong. So there you have it. Let's screw the top down and then do some supports. Everything is coming along nicely here. So next thing is we're gonna put one piece here and also another piece right on here, and that's just gonna help with a little bit of support. Not super pretty, but doesn't really matter. It's just gonna get thrashed by the skateboard. So I mean, we can screw these down, and then we have the angle iron to put on. But first, before I put the angle iron on, I'm gonna paint this and make it look super nice, and then I'm gonna put the angle iron on last. So let's screw these on and get some paint on. So found some nasty old paint that was just lying around the house, you know. I have no idea how old it is or what color it is, but it's got some rust in there and looks like it's kind of green. It's kind of a cool color. So basically that is what color our fun box is going to be. This greeny, kind of greeny green, light green. It's kind of cool color actually. Okay, look at this. Oh yeah, this color is actually pretty sweet. The good thing about painting this is not only does it look good, but it also protects the wood, you know, against the weather, moisture, rain, whatsoever. You know, it's got several benefits, the paint. Looks good, protects, and yeah, it's kind of fun to paint too. You get to put your own touch on it. You could do some art, get creative, but I'm just going for a plain look today. All right, here we have the ledge, which is drying. I just finished painting it. It looks pretty sweet. All right, so what I'm gonna do now, this is the angle iron, which is gonna go on here so we can grind. I'm gonna drill some holes, obviously to screw into. I'm just thinking 4 holes will be enough. I gotta pre-drill, and then I've gotta sink the screws. So I'm gonna have to drill and then drill again. That way that the screws are nice and flush when they're up on here. Got the first pilot hole. Now we're just gonna do a few more pilot holes. Maybe just 1, maybe 3. I said I was gonna do 4 total, but maybe I'll do 3 on the top and then 2 here. So I'll do another 2 pilot holes, one in the middle, one at the end, and then we'll drill them out a little bit bigger so we can fit our screw in there nice and flush. All right, so I have the holes oh wait, I forgot to do that. Okay, so I have the holes here, as you can see, and then whoop, that goes in there nice and flush. But this thing's kind of rusty. I'm gonna use this. I'm gonna see if I can get a little bit of rust off here, make it look a little nicer, and then we'll screw it on. Alrighty, so I hit this with the grinder. Looks much better. I mean, it could have kept going, but I'll let my trucks shine this thing up. But basically, got it sitting on here now. Gonna put my screws in, and then that's gonna be done. And then the only thing to do will be test it out. Let's get this screwed on.
Hotline, bitch, ayy. I got all the drip, ayy. Ice up on my wrist, ayy. Do not call my phone if you're not talking about a grip.
I think it turned out pretty damn good. Check this thing out. I need to wax it up, and I'm gonna try to get a couple tricks on it. So I was super resourceful with getting this stuff. I actually got all this wood from a construction site just over the road here. I asked the guys that were throwing stuff in a construction trash, and I said, hey, do you mind if I take some of that? And the guy said, yeah, sure. So he actually gave me all that 2x4 wood for nothing. I don't encourage going and taking things unless you have permission. I asked permission, they gave me this stuff. As for the coping here, got that from my next door neighbor's trash along with this piece of wood. So only thing here that I really had to buy was some screws. They're like 20 cents each. And this is what I've built. Obviously you need a few tools to cut the stuff, but I mean, they're charging $200, $250 or more to buy something like this online when you can build it for next to nothing. If you had to purchase all these products, the 2x4s, it's about $12. This piece of plywood here, you could probably go get a piece cut. You're looking at maybe about 20 bucks. The angle iron is probably the most expensive part. You're looking at about another 20 bucks here. But for in total, I mean, you could probably build this thing for around $50 to $60 yourself. Maybe a little bit more, a little bit less, depending on where you buy, what you buy. But basically this thing for me, zero, totally free. Hope you guys learned something. I hope you guys can go out and build something just like this and keep shredding, keep skating.
Hotline, bitch, ayy. I got all the drip, ayy. Ice up on my wrist, ayy. Do not call my phone if you're not talking about a grip.